the employer in very specific way. Leaving the resume to market yourself, your skills, qualities, and experience as part of your bigger picture, then your resume needs very less tweaking with each application, because the letter which must be different each time. Might be you're facing one interview of one company, second interview for second company, but your cover letter should get changed, because I believe it is a unique visual format, or your cover letter can help you to stand out from other candidates in a positive way. Just to be sure that the unique format you use is appropriate for company you are applying and their industry. Say for example, you're an engineer or you're an MBA, you're applying for any consulting firm. You need to know about that firm and you need to prepare your cover letter accordingly. You need to tell how your skills getting fit into that company and what value you are going to add to this company. These are the things only you can cover in a quality letter. General mistake people do, they will also download cover letter from internet, or whoever the other candidate who are facing interview, they will copy from there. My dear friend, you need to copy the format only, but content should be yours. It must be yours, because then only your uniqueness will come there. That can help you to impress the interview. Second part, the quality of resume. General mistakes in the university and colleges, I can recall my days, I also did the same. But unfortunately, I don't have any guide who could have guide. I'm talking about the year 1999, 2001, around 20 years back. The internet was also very rare. So you could download something from there. So only if things were, whoever your senior given you a format, we prepare our resume that way. Your quality of resume means resume is an excellent resume, has a power to open the door for you. It basically, I'll say it is a mirror. Whenever you're seeing in the mirror, that is a professional mirror for your resume brings for you. To stand among other applicants, you need a resume that market your strength and match for the job. A great resume grab the attention of employer and recruiters. Sell your strongest skill and accomplishments. It's very important. Definitely, it should be unique. I'll talk much about what should be there in the resume in the next slide. Again, your interview performance, how you perform, how strong you are, how confident you are, how your body language, how your facial expressions, how your hand posture, that play a very major role. When I'm talking about interview performance, that starts the time you enter in the gate of the company. You don't know, based on the requirements, someone is judging from that time itself. Because in some of the company, only your technical knowledge is not sufficient. So how you perform in the technical is deemed. I believe when you're going to the interview, your first level of selection already happened. That's why you're sitting in this interview. Your qualifications, your marks you obtained, that is sufficient enough to guide you to any company where you can go, you're sitting there. 50% job already done. Rest of the 50%, your technical qualification, your technical skill, and how you present yourself in the interview, that is your performance. It's like a movie where you're doing your part, you're doing acting, and acting should get appreciated. Again, professionalism. In the lot of interview, what we found, people feel like they're very greedy. I want this job, who can cook? And this is where do this mistake. They'll lose the professionalism and they sometimes go very personal. And sir, I need this job. Sir, I belong to a very poor family. I struggle something. They leave their whole technical criteria, whole technical skills all together, and they will try to convince, because they have that fear, unknown fear, I'll say. That unknown fear forces them to leave the professionalism. That mistake people should not do, because These are the things someone is getting noted, because HR, when you're giving this interview, HR person is sitting there. They are observing all that. And references, that play a very vital role. Lot of misconception is there. So if I'll put very good name, APJ, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, I know him. That is not going to help you, because whatever reference you are giving, I'll say it's a good way for others to watch your credibility, competency, and the professionalism. Hiring manager want to hear how you work with other people whom you've given the recommendation. They will ask you, okay, you know this guy? Oh, I know him, very, very professional guy. I learned a lot from how you work with him, what kind of work you did with him, how much time you spent with him. That will create the clear-cut structure. The reference which you are giving, if you work with him, interviewer will think, because you work with him, you learn a lot of things. Might be that interviewer knows him, or might be he knows the 5 qualities which he will think. Because again, I'm saying one hour is not sufficient time to know any candidate, everything about the candidate. But your references can help, but don't put false references. That is not going to help you, because if they will ask question about him, you will not able to answer. Again, it is not your mirror, because again, I am saying whatever you are putting in your resume, that should be your professional mirror. Mirror never lies. So don't put anything which is not truth. Again, ability to work with others. People will think, okay, you're technically very sound, but if you work in a group, how you will sustain? How you can mingle with, how easily you can mingle with others. These are the criteria they will look into. Your friendliness, that will come from your posture, might be when you will do handshake. I'll cover all those, but these are the things will get noticed. Might be someone is asking technical question to you, but someone is observing all that. So you need to try to be friendly, very liberal. These all will help you fit with the company culture. So before you are going, you should be very familiar with the company culture. What kind of, because if you are going on consulting company, culture will be different. You're going in manufacturing company, culture will be different. You're going in any big 4, I'll say, or any steel manufacturing, or even go to glass manufacturing, culture will be different. If you're going to Babu companies, culture will be different. So that they will see how you will fit in. That is where I'm saying your cover letter can help you, because you know the culture of the company. You definitely, before going to interview or any campus interviews happening, definitely you will do research. You will take help of website. You will inquire your friend, family, anyone. So that is very important. That is what interviewer also looking from you. Candidates, family with the organization, familiarity with the organization. How much you know about the company. Might be company is very big, they have very subsidiary, they have child company, they have parent company. How much you are familiar with the organization, how you much familiar with the hierarchy, any past experience with the company. These are the things will help you. That interview will think, yes, you did your homework very well. Not only you pass your MBA examination or engineering examination, but also you did good research on that. So that shows how eager you are to join the company, because you have those knowledge which might be available on public media. So definitely interview will expect you should have those knowledge at least. Again, an internal candidate. Here, why I'm saying internal candidate, that could be 2 or 3 scenarios. Might be some of you guys were working in that company. After that, you left that company for higher education and all. Again, you are applying there. So definitely you have preferences. Treatment will be a bit different. Or might be you did internship in that company for 6 months. And because in 6 months you did very good job, you left this whole internship after 6 months very positive note. That is going to help you. That could be here your chances of employment will increase if you perform very well in this internship or do you have previous experience in that. That also matters. And again, relevant skills. But if you'll ask me, relevant skill is dimmed because when you are going for interview, you know what are the technical requirements is there, what are the skills required to serve this job. So I believe these are the points are very important. If any of the point you are missing, you are lacking somewhere. I believe this point you should note down. That will help you. Or anyone has any doubt on that, I'm happy to clear that. Or if you want, at the last we cover in question answer session, that is also okay. But I believe 1-2 question I can take from here. So that will help us to be interactive. Otherwise, people will feel sleepy. Anyone? I can't hear.
Hello, sir. This is Toastmaster Devdutt from I Am Toastmasters Club.
Hi.
Hello, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask that when some interviewer is asking me any question, and if I get confused or if I don't know the answer, then what should I do? Should I say directly that, sir, I don't know that, or should I skip, or what should I do?
Yes, at that it is very much possible you don't know the answer. Be honest. Be honest, sir. This time I'm not able to recall the answer, or particular this area I didn't work might be. Be honest. Honesty also a best policy. See, I am saying 10 questions getting asked. Even if you answer 5, perfectly fine. Person like me, when I see the resume, I ask, okay, lot of things are written in resume. Tell me the area where I'll ask you 10 questions, you will answer 9. If you'll answer 9, definitely you are in. One side you are in. So be honest, I'll say. Don't try to fool your interviewer, because definitely he has experience. Or again, I'm seeing a lot of other people are there. When you're lying, they will catch you. Might be confidently you are lying, but chances are very high when they will understand. Might be they will not tell you, but they will understand. So I'll say be honest. If you don't know, hardly matter. Definitely 100% no one knows.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else? Or should I move to next slide? Okay, I'll move to next slide. Then second one, I'll cover awareness. And there can the 2 type of awareness, right? Your self-awareness and then the position awareness. When you talk about the self-awareness, you wrote, know yourself. Lot of people write lot of things, but somewhere if question will get asked, they will feel nervous. They will not able to answer. So practice how you are going to introduce yourself, about yourself, about your family, about your professional career, about your education career, that you should know very well. You should be very familiar with your resume. Whatever you wrote, honestly, I'm saying there should not be any point which you don't know which is written in your resume. Again, I'm giving the example of mirror. You're standing of the mirror, that will show whatever you are, right? So be familiar with your resume, and you should be able to articulate your goals and strengths, which is written in your resume, right? Why, whatever goals, they will say what you want to become in this company. Well, sir, I want to become manager, I want to become partner, I want to be general manager. Why? What you are going to do? What is your vision towards that? That should be very clear. And have your sales pitch ready, because when you're sitting in the interview, actually you are going to sell yourself. You should practice your sales speech. How you are going to sell this today, how you are going to sell your skills today, how you're going to sell your professionalism today in front of interview. Just think about any salesman. Might be he came here to sell his mobile phone. He will try to convince you from several ways. Not only he will tell you the technical quality, he will tell you the comparison. After that, he will play the emotional card as well. Sir, this is made in India. This mobile is made in India, fully made in India. You should purchase this. That is a patriotical angle as well. So make your sales speech ready. And again, your current position, what you are today and what you want to become. What is your vision that you should express? And why you are here applied for this position? And same way, you're sitting in campus interview, right? Might be don't have option, but you have option. Particular company, why you have chose? They will ask you why you chose EY only, why you chose Deloitte only, why TCS, why Accenture, why Infosys. You should have the answer ready. That will come under the self-awareness. How you are aware, how you yourself is aware about this particular position, how you yourself is aware about yourself. That is going to help you to sell yourself. Second point is position awareness. When you talk about the position awareness, then know the company and specific, right? Each and everything. Use public domain. Go to the website. Talk to your friend. Try to know who all are there, who knows about that company. Not only the name of the company. Try to talk to the employees of the company. They will give the good idea. Might be things will come in mix, but it will help you to gather all the knowledge, and then you will be able to articulate there. And position you are applying, that especially it is very important for the guy who are attending the campus interview. You should know before sitting in this interview what kind of position you are going to get. You are going to join at the analyst level or associate consultant level. For analyst level, associate consultant level, whatever position you are applying for, whatever position you are invited for, you should know the job, what kind of job you are going to do. Then only you will be able to justify how yourself is going to fit in that job profile. And again, employee, culture, philosophy, new challenges, opportunity. All we are living in communication world. It is very easy to gather all this information. That is going to help you to nail this interview. And again, apart from the job description, your primary and secondary functionality of the job. Might be say, no, sir, I am a Java programmer. I know this only. But apart from that, what are the other areas which you need to cover, which can help you to be in this job? Definitely, you should have relevant experience for that. How you are going to fit in this position. Include, is possible, one relevant accomplishment which you accomplish might be, I'll say, sir, apart from definitely I scored 9.5 percentile in this last semester. Apart from that, I was part of this Toastmaster journey. I became president, and not only that, I managed very well total team. When I became the president was 10, but within 6 months it became 30. Where I use whatever example you are giving, that might mean to a job profile. Any company might be they are seeing you as the next leader. This is where you can express how your leadership capabilities you have and how you accomplished. That might meet the profiles. I believe this kind of true awareness is very important and you should have. Any question from here, or I can move to next slide?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
This is Toastmaster Aditya from IIM Toastmasters Club. And sir,
Yeah,
all these questions that you have said follows up after this one question, which I believe is the toughest question that is asked in an interview. And that is, tell me about yourself. Because all these questions comes after that. So, sir, like you said about the CV, that we have to make the resume and CV in a proper manner, and everything we should mention there should be true. So, sir, when it's asked from us that tell me about yourself, so what is the structure that we should follow? Because all the things that we are capable of, we have mentioned it in the CV. So should we mention those points again, or should we come up with something new?
Certainly not. I am saying you wrote when you are saying tell about yourself, you need to very crisp. But it's like in Hindi say gagar mein sagar bharna, right? Might be you will take only 30 seconds to 1 minute only. Tell about your name, tell about your background, tell about how you scored, say for example, in last semester, I scored 9.5. But just analyze yourself. If your numbers are gradually increasing, then definitely you need to bring this story, because that is going to help you. And interviewer will think that guy is gradually, putting hard work, and that's why his number is getting increased. When we're saying they are telling about yourself, you need to think something unique which can impress your interviewer. Because all the technical things, jargons, if you say, Normally what people mistake, people do this mistake. They'll say, hi, I'm Rupesh Kumar Singh. I joined this engineering program in this year. After that, I scored 9.5 percentile. I'm very good in Unix programming, something like that. Every candidate will tell like that. Just think about your unique quality, which you will focus. And not only, I'll say you set up the background. When I'm saying, I'll come to more detail what 12 theory comes, right? Like, you see, there is a triple 12 theory, right? First, interview will judge you from the 12 feet. Then they will judge you from 12 inch. Then they will judge you from your 12 words. Your 12 words are very important. You need to bring some uniqueness, your quality in this speech. Rest of the thing, your resume will explain, I believe.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Hello, Rupesh sir. I am Toastmaster Club. Sir, one question I want to ask, like you, for example, you said that in every company, if suppose I am sitting for X company, and suppose they want, why you want to sit in this, that's as you said. So, for example, if we give some wrong information in that situation, how can handle?
See, again, I am saying you need to be very truthful in this interview. Sometimes it happens, right? You read some information that might not correct. That is justifiable. They will say, no, it is not correct. But definitely you need not to argue with the interviewer. You may say, I'm sorry, sir, but these are the information I read from that website. It might incorrect, but this is what I gather the knowledge. I gather knowledge from interview.com, or I visited a company website. Based on that knowledge only, I am saying, definitely, I believe whatever information I collected, I have reference. If you want, I can provide all that after that interview. You need to be very truthful. Or you think you might be, sometime it happens, you told and you realize something by mistake, you uttered. Nothing wrong. Well, yes, sir, I uttered in the flow. Nothing wrong on that. I'm saying your honesty is going to play a very vital role there. Be honest. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
I think before moving, I think I need to switch off the fan. I think it's making noise. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Then type of interview. Here, I wrote around 7 types of interview. Sometimes you will face one, or sometime all together. Your behavior and attitude. Your written test might be sometime before interview will meet you. Generally, we also do when we go for campus interview. We used to prepare specific questions. If you'll pass this, because if candidate, say for example, I went for a campus interview, I need to take 10 candidates, 20 candidates only, and around 200 candidates appearing. It's very difficult to interview each one. So what we used to do, we used to go for test. That test I'm telling you basically is not technical test. We all know, because you guys are totally fresh. So technically all are competent. This is basically a stress test. How fast you can give the answer. If you pass this, then scrutinize, okay, out of 200, we will take 50 only. After that, we will interview 50 candidates. Be prepared for that. But first point, when you are saying a behavioral and attitude, that is going to play a very vital role. Might be again, when somebody is asking, tell me about yourself, or they will give you scenario. When I'm talking about case scenario, they will tell you, tell me about the time that you had a difficult problem to solve. How did you try to solve? What did you learn from that experience? It's a very tricky question that you need to ready for that. You need to not only explain the problem, how you tackle the problem, and what the result came. These are the 3 points very important. The scenario, because here open ground is there, right? It is you who is going to make a goal, right? So make a story, a scenario very simple. And easily, when you're telling the story, your interviewer also should articulate how you could have solved the problem. How you are going to solve how you solve this problem, what specific you did, and what was the outcome. These are the very tricky questions which you need to answer. Then you need to grab a very best example of working as a team member to accomplish the important goal. Might be sometime your individual performance, but most of the time, any interviewer is looking for how you work in the team, because any software company or manufacturing today, without team, you're nothing. You need to show how you are a team player. You say, no, I'm very good at Java. I'm good at HTML. I'm good at very Python, right? That is deemed. But what about the teamwork? That should come where, so what kind of role you played. You can say, sir, we have a codathon here and we did, or you can take a star approach. I don't know how many of you read this star approach, but that is a very effective. When I'm saying star, ST means situation or task. Describe the situation. Based on that situation, you did work. And in that situation, explain what you did. A means action. ST, start, situation, task. Second is A, age, action, right? What action you did. And finally, R means result. Describe the result. These are the things. Only this is, just remember star. Whenever this kind of tricky questions, actually, examiner want to put you in the situation, and just that time he's looking after your facial expression. Are you puzzled, or easily you're taking the scenario and you're explaining, right? Relate with the kind of job profile you have. If you will relate those, that will help you. That things will become very easy for you. In the interview might be that we could be group of people or committee who are going to interview. Again, don't feel nervous. Face your eyes towards them. Take proper eye contact. That will help you. That shows your confidence. A technical, I'll not talk about more technical. We are sitting in the interview. It is deemed you're technically very strong. That's the reason you are sitting there. And your presentation abilities. You are going to present yourself, right? Where I'm saying presentation ability, I'm not talking about the PowerPoint presentation. Your posture, your talking capability, your hand gesture, your eye contact. How presentable you are. I think these are the kind of interview you will face one by one or sometime in series, right? A telephonic, nowadays, pandemic days, right? A lot of interviews happen telephonic or video or something. That time, again, it is very difficult task, I'm telling you. People says, I believe any face-to-face interview is very easy in comparison of any interviewer giving telephonic or through the video and chat. But that time you're talking over phone, he don't know your facial expression. It is very difficult because that time only your voice will help you. Based on that only, your interview will judge you. This is very difficult. Sometimes you want to say something, but it's getting conveyed something else. You need to practice for this. I believe this much I have for this slide. Any question on this slide? It's fine. Otherwise, I'll move to next slide. No questions. Should I move to next slide? Again, very important, your preparation and readiness. Before the interview, definitely, I'm saying you guys took 4 years to complete your engineering, 2 years for MBA. But for this also, you need to give sufficient time. The day you given the last semester exam, from that day itself, you need to start preparing, because that itself is a course, my dear friend. What you need to do, you need to research the company. Again, I discuss in that topic. Again, we are living in a communication world, and it is not difficult to gather information for that company. Look at the company website. You will get to know each and everything. Look after the financials of the company website. How company was doing good. In which year company was in problem. How company survive and sustain. What kind of leadership they have. That leadership believe on teamwork or what. That are the things, that insight is going to help you. Look at the parents company website. Might be sometime, say for take an example of Tata's and Reliance. Might be I'm part of Jusco, but Tata Steel is the main company. Look at that company, what kind of preference that company gets. That will help you to get the insight. And always prepare 3 to 5 questions for the interview. Generally what happens, interview over and okay, thank you very much, sir. And they will go out. At the last, if you'll ask question, definitely that question should not be irrelevant. A lot of questions are getting asked. What generally candidate do mistake, any technical question is getting asked and he thinks I was right, or an interviewer was not convinced. What mistake they do, they will ask, sir, what is the answer of that question? You are putting that interviewer might be sometime in difficult situation. That is not going to help you. Sometime they don't know the answer, but they will ask you a question. That doesn't mean that time right or wrong question answer is not important. Important to how confident you are, how the difficult question you are trying to answer. And be honest, you say, sir, I'm not able to recall this time. Sorry, I don't know this answer. Can I get another question, please? In polite way, if you'll ask, fine. It's perfectly okay if you're not asking any question, any of the question. Based on the job profile, based on because that time not only it is not, I'm saying it is not a question answer session when interviewer asking question or you're giving answer. Try to build rapport within that and you ask question and how related to how sir, I understand from this job, not only I need to do program, I need to manage team as well. Even I'm a junior member because I know this company, they believe in leadership. So apart from that, sir, I have this kind of quality. I was part of Toastmaster. I have seen the kind of leadership and I believe I will be able to apply. What do you think, sir? That could be one of the things which can help you. So prepare this question definitely sometime because you have time before in the campus. If I'll say, definitely they will talk about 1 hour and they will tell about the company, what kind of company we are, what kind of work we do. You have time, at least 1 hour to understand the interviewer and try to prepare questions. That might help you to build relation and end with a positive note. And definitely review 3 to 6 key skills about yourself that fit the position. And that should come in your self speech when you are introducing yourself, because rest of the thing written in resume. But these are the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skill company required. They are searching and you need to start with this. Again, an established example, showcase yourself, right? Definitely, because you are going to sell yourself, you should have know about yourself. Again, 12 theory. People judge you from 12 feet, then 12 inch and your 12 words. And my dear friend, apart from all that, practice like entertainment, right? Practice is the key. You need to practice. Sit with your friends, do the mock interviews. That is going to help you. Any question from this slide?
Sir, I want to ask that you said to prepare 3 to 5 questions for the interviewer. Can we in that question can we ask about the interviewer experience in the company, like how he is doing, what role he is doing in the company, or what is his personal experience in the company, or anything such that? Will it be good to ask personal questions and personal experience of the interviewer at the end?
If you'll ask me honestly, I'll say no, because that is not going to help you. See, again, here, if you're talking about, sir, what is your experience in this company, or how much year you work? So I'm saying that you should know before the interview, because interviewer most probably, they will come and tell you, right? Might be sometime you don't know who is the interviewer. At that time, definitely you will get to know, I believe, sir, I'm going to fit in this job. And politely, not direct question like, what is your experience, how you perform, how you like the company. So it is deemed because he's there from long time. Definitely he's capable. That's the reason he came to choose the people, right? That is not good. I'm not saying question is wrong, but that is not going to help you. I believe you should ask the question which is related to the job profile, which is related to your skills, how you are going to fit in this profile. I think that will help you, that you need to tweak. And in between, definitely, sir, based on your experience, you will be able to help me, something like that. That I think that is going to help.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Any other questions, or should I move to next slide? Okay. Then again, your readiness, right? What to wear, your professional appearance, your positive body language, negative body language. I believe these 4 points are going to decide you are in or you are out. I am saying your technical capability, your technical knowledge is deemed. You know everything. But definitely, when I'm talking about positive body language, definitely your positive entrance. When you are entering, you should end with positive note. Person like me, my ENY is my 4th company, right? All the time, whenever I face the interview, at last time, definitely I go to washroom and see myself, like how I'm looking. Because my dressing sense give me confidence. Yes, I'm ready, right? Your entrance should be very positive. You should be very enthusiastic, very relaxed and smile. Because you are not going to lose. I'm saying even you give an interview to some company, but it's not last company, right? Other companies are also waiting. The other companies are also hunger for the talent. So be smile. And whenever you're sitting in the interview, your direct eye contact. You don't have to stare him, but definitely your eye contact, that shows how confident you are, right? You're not sighing, you're not trying to hide anything. And your posture should be straight. There are 2 types of listener, right? Lie back listener, lie front listener, right? That time you are giving interview, you should be straight. If you're lying front, that you're looking dull, right? You're lie down, you're relaxed. Okay, I don't care. Definitely, I'm going to end. Be straight. That is going to help. That will build confidence, and you will be able to make proper eye contact as well. And when you're doing handshake, that should be very gentle, right? You need to do firm handshake. A lot of people will do handshake. They will touch your hand. That's it. Like, no, this is not a good. They will push your heart. That is also not good. Your handshake also will help interviewer to know how confident, how gentle you are. That also, a very, very good point too. And again, your hand movement during the again, in the Toastmaster, we learn, right, how to use the body language, your hand posture, that should be very firm. And both the feet should be on floor. Rather than a lot of people, they will cross the leg or something like that. You need to avoid all that. That doesn't give the positive, sign. Definitely, a lot of people, they will wear tie, but again, tie is not properly tightened, that is loosened, something like they will wear the suit that is not ironed properly, right? So that the dressing sense, I believe all the engineering guys understand the capability of your dressing sense. So your dress should be proper, it's properly ironed, your suit should be very polished. And whatever, if you're wearing the tie, you need to respect the tie. It should not loosen. It should be properly tight. And a lot of people wear the tie. They will not close this button, right? That will be open. That is very wrong. So these are the small things that person like me, especially, I'm very finicky about the dressing thing. If I see people are not properly dressed, I feel that guy doesn't care about himself, how he will care about the company, right? Because a lot of company, especially I'm talking in the big 4, clients have very high expectation. You need to dress well, right? Then they will say, yes, if guy is looking neat and clean, looking professional, then definitely attitude will come, good attitude will come. So that is very important. And I'll talk much about the negative body language, lack of enthusiasm, right? Okay, fine. Okay, sir, this is my resume. You said that, okay, I'm answering the question. No, it's not a question answer session. Not a question answer session. So that, and flirting, you need to avoid. And weak handshake, I told, that you need to avoid. It should be firm handshake that shows your confidence. And a lot of people, sometimes it happens, right? Some question is getting asked when you are not comfortable because you don't know this answer. Then okay, then I'll try. Okay, sir, I did this, but I forgot. But you're not looking at him, right? That's, I'm saying, they are also looking after when difficult things will come, how you will manage. You need to form confident, like MS Dhoni, right? Even the situation is not in favor. You need to be cool. You don't know in which moment the things will move in your area, right? Very cool. Confidently say, yes, sir, I'm not able to recall this. Can we move to next question, please? Nothing wrong on it. Okay. And you need to stare. I mean, proper eye contact means you need to stare him. They will feel uncomfortable, right? You need to make him uncomfortable. And your nervous movement, some question are done, you're feeling thirsty or something, or even you know the answer, you're not able to argue it because you become nervous. That you need to avoid. That will come from practice only. I'll tell you my example in the next slide, how I faced. And then again, a lot of people, sit like this, arms closed. That is very negative attitude. That shows like you are submissive. You are in listening mode, right? That you need to avoid. Or definitely your hands should be clean. And a lot of people look after the watch. That shows you are in hurry. Or why this interview is not getting over. My earlier guy completed in 10 minutes only. Why it is taking 30 minutes? Every time you see this watch, that is going to make a negative impact for you. That they will think you are not interested or you're getting bored. That an argument in whatever circumstances, you need not to argue with. Even the interviewer is asking wrong question. He purposely he's asking wrong question. He's trying to make you nervous. He's thinking how you will behave if things are not going in your favor. So don't do the argument. Slightly say, sir, I'm sorry, but I believe this is what I know about it, but definitely you know better. So I keep note of this and definitely I'll check and I'll correct myself if required. Nothing wrong on this. Don't go this argument. They'll say, no, sir, this program, Python, I did this program, this happened like this. This is what your attitude test. These are the things, my dear friend, you need to avoid. Any question from this slide?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, during the interview or after the interview, I may fake confidence for once, but inside I will be nervous. So when I will shake my hands with the interviewer, my hands will be sweaty. So what to do with that?
Not able to hear, your voice is cracking. Your voice is cracking.
Sir, during handshakes, how to deal with sweaty palms?
During handshake?
How to deal with sweaty palms? Because I will be nervous to you. So it will be sweat in the palms. So how to deal with sweaty palms during handshakes?
Fine, I'm saying definitely you said a hanky and something with you, right? And nothing wrong. A lot of people sweat like anything. So you may say, I'm sorry, sir, but this is how it is. Nothing wrong on it. Be honest with them. So it is not, you may shake hand. Definitely you are, in that case, definitely use your handkerchief, wipe your hand and handshake. This happen, normal. He will also understand. See, understand, whoever the interview, they are here to select you. They will find a number of reasons to select you. They will see all the positive things which you have, right? So these are the things not in your hand, right? So they will also they are also human. They also went through this process once, right? So nothing on it, nothing to worry about.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So my voice is clear?
Yeah, very much clear.
Yeah, sir, currently there is a trend of beards. So when men adorn the beard, do interviewers seek as an unprofessional attitude, or is it okay with the interviewer?
It's perfectly okay till the time it is in proper shape, right? Definitely it's not like what was the movie? What thing? I forgot the name, movie name.
Kabir Singh.
Kabir Singh. It's not like Kabir Singh. It's a properly, clean, even you have beard, so clean beard, right? Nothing wrong on it. but definitely it's not a hunky funky because you're not going for MTV roadies, right? You're coming to any professional company. Beard is perfectly fine, but properly. Here, first time in my life also you are seeing beard. I think a lot of people seeing me first time. I never did in my life because I'm taking advantage of this lockdown, or might be definitely I try to go with this beard in office. Let's see what the response. But definitely it's not like Kabir Singh. It should be properly managed. Nothing wrong on it. Nothing wrong on it. Hope I answered your question.
Yeah, sir. Actually, in my previous organization, beard was seen as something of an unprofessional attitude. That's why I asked the question.
See, again, I'll say the person to person, but as I seen in my 19 years or 20 years of career, I never faced this kind of challenge because they are here to give no. I'm saying when you're appearing, how you dressed, how you manage your beard, that is also important. Person like me see positivity on it. See, he has a good beard, but he managed very well. But it's very difficult to manage the beard. Every morning you need to properly shave, right?
Yes, sir.
Clean thing is very important. You will move your razor here to there, but managing this is very difficult. So person like me find positivity in it because of how particular this guy is. Every day he's putting effort to do that. Definitely, if I'll give him some job, definitely he will put that much effort to do this job. Person like me see positivity in this as well. Because I'm telling you, any interviewer is there to select you. They will find n number of positive reasons, unless you force him for negative reasons, right? They are here to select you. But definitely, again, you given positive thing, others are more positive. Others are more talented. Definitely, good talent will get chance. But nothing wrong in this beard or mustache or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Should I move to next slide? Again, in interview, be ready to, again, the common question, tell me about yourself. I talk much about this. Again, I'll not talk about this, tell about yourself. But I'm saying you need to be very honest and show your personality, what you are. Actually, when you're asking that question is getting asked, tell me about yourself. Actually, you are selling yourself, right? What you are, that need to become, might be in the first 12 words or 24 words. That is going to create the impression in the interview. And again, when you're entering there, during the question, be prepared to be offered a drink or food. Okay. Again, when tea or coffee is getting offered, again, remember, you're not there for tea and coffee. Definitely not to say, no, I'll not take. If you think, you can take it. But definitely your main motto is giving interview. You should not get diverted for that. And be prepared to meet other in office. Might be if they called you, it's not a campus interview, but definitely might be, it was okay, just meet. This is the manager desk, this is the director's desk, this is the general manager desk. Be ready for that. And how you will move around that also create the impact. Might be they will say, okay, my HR person will come and they will take you through. So how you are doing all that, that is very important. Okay, might be they will say, okay, take a tour of this building and be prepared to meet other interviewers, right? Might be you are sitting in the line, how they are being, don't get nervous. People, general behavior in colleges, what I see, one people give interview, after that he will disclose the questions. Hey, he's going to ask this. My dear friend, might be that is not going to help you. That is not going to help you. Might be because you are nervous, you will ratify the sequence. Might be answer will be in different sequence, and again, you will be not comfortable. Don't try to steal the question to ask how you're doing that. I don't think it is going to help you anyway. Be unique, be to yourself. And when you're answering, it is okay to pause before the question, nothing wrong on it. Like in the Toastmaster, in table topic sessions, we say, okay, you can take 20 seconds of pause. Once you start speaking, your time will start. Definitely, you can take pause. Nothing wrong on this. It's like sometimes it's a spontaneous, right? You need to answer all that. And you need to remember about the job fitting you too. That's the reason you are there, right? You need to think about how I am going to fit myself. That is only going to help you. And definitely before going there, definitely you read the business newspapers and magazines about the company, right? Library or any, we are living in communication era that is not very difficult, right? In the interview, definitely interviewer try to know how dependable you are, how good you are, within your team member, how good worker you are, will fit in here or not. These are the things definitely they will look into. And sometimes you have a lot of capabilities in extracurricular activity. Nothing around that. Might be you say, sir, before coming here last month also, I appeared in Codeathon, I appeared 6th, I appeared 1st. Take a document with you. Not only definitely you written, right? You cleared Codeathon and all, but definitely take evidence that is going to, I remember, I think I was taking an interview, someone from IBM came. He told, sir, I wrote some new code. Definitely he given all the examples. And after that, he came with see, these are the things I did. These are my certificates. He came with a portfolio. That really impressed me, right? He thinks, yes, these are the things is very difficult to write in resume. Even if you're writing in one line, that is not going to sell myself. He came with think about the actors, right? They will take the photo shoot after that, before coming, they will go with the whole photographs in all angles, right? It is like that. Nothing wrong if you create your own portfolio, your achievements. Definitely, if you'll offer, interview will not close it. Definitely, he will go through it. You don't know what can one single achievement can click you. I will give you my example, and some of you will laugh. My first job, I was in Guru Ghasidas University, and that year somehow campus, no one came in because some problem was there. It was 2001. So I returned back to home and I got one interview call from Delhi. Smile Multimedia, name of the company was. That time, it's my habit to wear a white shirt, and I used to impose RK on this, Rupesh Kumar. Okay. So that time, white shirt and blue color, it was written RK. When I entered in room, the 3 members were sitting there, and that RK was visible from very far. When I went to the desk before sitting, they was, oh, RK, Rajkumar. Someone said, no, it's RK Studio. No, Raj Kapoor. I thought they are mocking me. So I smiled, but no, sir, it's Rupesh Kumar. And then they offered me a seat. Then again, one was started joking, saying, what happens? अभी धोबी को दे देते हो तो क्या होता है, गुम हो जाता है इसलिए डाल देते हो क्या? So it's not like that, sir. Then why? What is the reason putting your name? Anything specific? So, sir, I told, might be you will laugh. Oh, there is a reason behind it, right? Yes, sir, there is a reason behind it. What's the reason? I told, sir, I think, sir, one day I have faith that one day I will be very successful. And I will be that much successful when people start copying me. And in my personality, you can see I am from Bihar. In my personality, you will see I don't have anything which people will copy. The day when people start copying, like they're writing their name, if Ashwini Kumar AK, Rajesh Kumar RK, then I believe I am getting success. So every day it reminds me where I need to reach. That's the reason, sir, I put this RK. And trust me, when I answered this, they were looking each other. And there were pin drop silence for 30 to 45 seconds. And I was smiling. And after that, they asked me about my family, my brother, then story of my brother, because he's in army. He fought the war of Kargil. That story, not a single technical question. Not a single technical question. And after all that, they was, okay, no problem. Wait outside. I thought, I'm gone. There's no technical questions. So definitely, I'm not going to hire, right? But fine, they told, okay. I sat 1 hour. After that, I was about to leave. Then HR called me. Okay, we need to discuss. You are selected in technical round. Technical round? I am thinking, oh, no one asked me technical question. Then they negotiated. I got the offer letter today that self, and I joined this company. Then I asked the interviewer. He was my immediate boss when I joined. Sir, you never asked this technical question. Well, Rupesh, definitely will not ask technical question. But when you're explaining the story of RK, that confidence within you, your eye, that everyone, we were convinced like you're very honest, really you want to achieve, and you will work hard to achieve all that. At that kind of technical things, even you are 19, that is manageable, and by your hard work, you will achieve this. But you don't have attitude, you don't have a zeal, don't have hunger for knowledge, it is very difficult. So that was the first job I nailed, and immediately after that, I called my mom and dad. They were also very happy, right? So again, coming to the main topic again, you need to hire over the 100 other applicants, how unique you are, your sales pitch, your inner story, which can convince them technically, professionally, or the true story, which fits that job profile. That is very, 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 very important. That's it in this slide, or anyone has any question? I can take this. Yeah. No question? Again, I'll come to typical interview questions, right? Why do you want to work here? Why should I hire you? What can you do for us other than other candidate can't? What are the strength and weakness? Again, when it's coming, strength is very tricky questions. Sometimes people may very diplomatic, right? They will not give right or wrong answer. And they will force you to explain the weakness. You need to be very intelligent on that. Different people have different approach. What are your goals? When you are saying what are your goals, definitely whatever goal you are saying, that should align with the company vision, right? Then only you say, okay, his goal also matching with the company. What was the last book ever you read? Again, it's a very tricky question. You will say, okay, any Sidney Sheldon, some book I read. They will ask you, okay, what is the message from that book? You need to be very true. What is the message that book delivered? Otherwise, no, sir, I haven't recent past. I was focusing on studying. That is fine, but don't give any wrong book name. That is not going to help you. Might be sometimes they will put you in difficult situation, right? Just that the attitude test. If you are animal, what animal you would be and why, you need to give the reason, right? There is no right or wrong answer of this question, right? Way you are taking this question, way are you articulating that matters. What do you see in yourself with 10 years? Again, no one sees 10 years, right? But you may say, okay, I will become president of this company. Might not feasible. You need to be practical on that, because if you did study of this company before coming here, definitely you will be able to answer what is the hierarchy, what fast track things are there, how you can contribute, how you can get recognized. This story you need to make. And sometimes some random question will come, which you are not prepared. Again, our table topic sessions can help you to do all that. How random questions are coming and how you are articulating and coming to the main point. These are the things going to help you. Any question in this slide?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
This is Aditya again. So there are few questions. There are many questions which you have put in here, and I can see that Toastmasters help a lot in all these questions. But there are specifically these few questions which I've seen a lot of interviewers ask, and some questions which are very tricky and which are multifaceted. Like, why should I hire you in something, and what are the things you can do for us, which others can't, and strengths and weaknesses. So sir, these are multifaceted, and sir, like you said, now we have to come up with new approaches, saying that I see myself as the PR manager or something in 10 years. So these are where the answers which were given 10 years earlier or 10 years down the line. So sir, now that when we are going to face interview in 2 years, what should be the new approach that we should come with, the new approach that we should answer?
See, in this case, I am saying whatever reason you are giving, right? Say, for example, I become a PR manager or something. You need to build a story of this, how you will become PR manager, right? It is very easy to say, what do you want to become? I become president of India. Again, becoming the president of India, there are certain stages are there, right? That's a stage you need to cross. So you need to make a story like in the 10 years, say, for example, if somebody asks me, what you want, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Person like will never say, I want to grab this position. Person like me will answer, in next 5 years, I believe I will be responsible for handling 100 crore job, 100 crore business, where I will able to do 1, 2, 3 things. Based on that, I think I will able to grab. I'll take more responsibility. I'm leading this team of this much, or my total revenue will be this, I'll not say designation. When you're putting the designation, that shows how greedy you are. You're trying to accomplish as soon as possible. Rather than saying any position, you say you're responsible, how responsible you will be in next 10 years. What kind of responsibility you will hold, how you are going to help your colleagues, how you will help your colleagues to also grow. Give the qualities of this position, not the name of the position. I believe this approach I followed. Whoever asked me where you will become partner. Well, partner, I don't know when I'll become, but definitely till that time I'll do this kind of business, and or I will be able to guide 100 or 200 people, 400, 500 people team. That is going to help me to generate the revenue and job for others as well. That kind of approach also works.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That very well answered the question. Thank you.
Sir, I want to ask one more question.
Yeah,
You
please.
said about what are the strengths and weaknesses if the interview asks it. Often in our college when we are practicing mock interviews or something, it's said to show the weakness in such that it's a positive point, but you don't want, but you want it to be negative. Like, I am very hardworking. Sometimes it's happened that I am working day and night for for my work. This can be shown as weakness, but it will be plus point to you. So for that, we should be honest, or we should like brag it and say something like that.
Don't drag. Definitely, you need not to drag, because the time you will start dragging, they will catch you. Actually, this is what they want to check, right? But the thing is, even you have some weakness, how? Then you need to give example. So yes, it is my weakness, but you need to give example how you converted your weakness to the strength, right? Sometimes someone's weakness, you need to count, yes, I have fear, right? I have fear of snakes, something like that. But sometimes that snake can also help you in several ways. You need to give example how, yes, sir, I have weakness, nothing wrong on it. I have weakness, but sir, a lot of time it helped me. You need to articulate, because you know your weakness, right? You need to articulate example how positively you can turn it.
Okay, so I can say about something, some weakness which was having in me in past 6 months or something, and how I converted into a strength. I can say
Yes.
something about that also.
Yes, certainly. This is where you are giving example in the difficult time when you are weak something, but even you able to manage the situation. That kind of message you are giving. You are not worried about your weakness. You know it is my weakness, so I am well prepared for this. Might be for your strength, you might ignore sometime. But if it is your weakness, how prepared you are for those weakness, how you will convert this weakness to the opportunity, that is what you need to express there.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, one more question. Sir, there is a question that what can you do for us that other candidate can't? So here we will compare with the candidate, or what we will say, like we know this or we know that.
Definitely, that is a tricky question where honestly or diplomatically, you need to avoid what others can't. Sir, you need to say, sir, I don't know what others can't because I don't know this capability, but what I can do, you need to explain how you fulfill the requirement. Even you take the scenario, you'll say, for this thing is not new for me. These are the things I have a habit to win. You can tell the story like, sir, in the college itself, this opportunity was there where I worked in you take the star method, right? You need to give the scenarios and you can say, this is how I can turn it. And this I did several times in past because this kind of behavior attitude I have. So I'll put my heart and soul to achieve fulfill the requirement of the particular requirement that you need to say. Never compare yourself. Others can't do, I can do, I have this quality. No, actually you don't know what kind of quality others have, right? Everyone has their own unique quality. You don't know what others told about you. They will force you to tell negative about others. When you're telling, oh, they can't do, that means you are thinking you are only superior, you only can do. That might go negative. Never compare yourself with anyone. Always compare yourself with yourself only. That is going to help you. That is your strength actually. Then only put the weakness into positivity. Yeah.
So in this question, we can also give an experience in the internship we have done, for example, like to compare. We can do it.
Yes, you can. You can say, sir, I was doing internship in IG company where I faced this kind of situation, and this was my approach. And fortunately, result was positive. That gives me immense learning, which I'm trying to apply everywhere. Definitely, sir, a lot of other situations also will come, which I'm not experienced, but definitely my previous experience of handling the tough situation or particular situation, that will help you. Or definitely, sir, you guys will be there to help me to achieve all that. I believe based on prior experience of my senior guidance or my capability, what I did, I will be able to achieve.
Thank you. So the answer is good. So thank you.
Thanks. Again, it is very important. A lot of times, if not campus interview, you give interview. After that, you forget, right? You're waiting for the opportunity. Again, people say first impression is last impression, but I'll say last impression. If it is a powerful, then it will open a lot of doors for you. So definitely, a person like me always do you have any questions? And 90% time, I got answered, no, sir, thank you very much. Definitely should ask. This is a last chance. Whatever mistake happen, you don't know. Last chance to again make your impression. Opportunity knocking your door. Definitely you should ask questions related to your job profile, how it is going to help. Somebody says, sir, how was my interview? Definitely he will not tell you your interview was bad or good or something. They will say, yeah, very good. Definitely HR will touch base with you. Definitely you ask the question. And you have all the right to give the closing statement because you are the hero of this movie, which went through 1 hour or something. You give the closing. This is what I understood, sir. This is what I did, XYZ thing. You need to provide all that closing statement. I understood this profile, sir. This profile is for whole coding thing. I have experience on that, which I believe you guys definitely judged. And I can do better. Or currently I'm doing more work on this. So I will be able to do more justice. Apart from that, I know a few software also came that I'm working upon it. So once I'll join the company, definitely the first day I will be able to perform. This kind of closing statement also help you. That shows how confident you are, how eager you are to join this company. And it shows your ability to fit in. And fit in this, definitely all things. You need to summarize whole 1 hour into 100 words or 200 words. You need to summarize, reiterate whatever your capability, whatever, and you need to try to fit in whatever questions got asked. You know, to if you will to articulate and summarize in that way, that also give the positive note. They will think how constructive you are. You are keeping eyes, or nothing wrong if you're going with a sheet of paper and noting down. Nothing wrong on it. That will help you to summarize. How you are going to make impact on this organization, what kind of value you are going to add. These are the things that come in your closing statement. Okay. Again, your strength and which match this position that you need to summarize. And thank the interviewer by name, because when you are sitting with them, you know the each and every name. When last time you are leaving, do handshake and thank by name. That shows how aware you are about the interviewer. That shows your sixth sense is also active. That also leave the positive impression, because if you're telling this name, that means, oh, you're knowing him, right? That give different sense. So that will help you to keep the last note in their mind. When they will do this final selection, definitely that guy asked my name. So that should touch him. That will help you. Ask about the next step, what we need to do, HR interview, or finally, definitely nothing wrong to asking them. And express your interest, hiring from them. What you want to hear from them, you're definitely needy. But definitely, that interest should come, not greediness, that should not come in your voice, right? That should be firm. If possible, Might be in campus interview, it is not possible to provide business card to others, but definitely when you're going for normal company interview, nothing wrong if you're asking business card. Some will give, some will not give, hardly matter. And after that, be prepared for negotiating the offers. They will talk about the salary and range, nothing wrong on it. Be firm, be calculative. You should have a previous background in this profile, what kind of CTC you will get. You should be ready. You should not be you will say, how much I want 1 crore. So definitely that is not going to buy. So what you need to do, you need to firm and negotiate well, nothing wrong on this. Contact them over phone or email. Follow-up is also very necessary, nothing wrong on this. And always leave them with a positive impression. And eye contact, again, I'll say, trust always come from your eyes. And last, I'll say, again, your breathing. It is one of the point which make you, even you're a very good contender, it can ruin anything. Your breath, so because your breath is totally related with your verbal punctuation, right? Your nervousness, anything will come from your breath. So that also you need to practice. Even you're getting nervous, your breath should not getting disturbed. I believe that's it from my side. If any questions are there, I'm happy to answer. If anything I missed, I'm happy to answer all that.
Sir, I'm Sanna from Business Club. And my question is, like as you said, we may leave with a question to the viewer. So can I ask about certain tips or recommendations from the interviewer, or is it going to present a wrong, like bad image of us, or that it means that we have a low confidence? Is it so, or we may ask certain tips or recommendations?
Your first line I missed, it was breaking. Last line was clear. Can you repeat again? Again, your voice is breaking. You may type here.
Anna, can you put your question in the chat?
Yeah.
Please.
Toastmaster Rupesh,
Yep.
can we progress with the other queries while we wait for Toastmaster Sana?
Yeah, sure, we can. Yeah. Any other question, guys? Please come with. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, good evening. Yes, sir. I'm from IFT Kolkata, Toastmaster Club. Sir, I just want to know about because the time which going to be there in future, do you really think this the online GD process, the group discussion process is going to be take place? And if yes, then what is the best way to prepare for it, or something? Any idea if you have any encountered this type of process?
See, again, GD also definitely for that definitely online. In GD, most of the people, what mistake they do, you have only limited time slot for 4 and 5 or 10 people, right? People try to speak more. That is where people do mistake. Talking more is not important. Might be I'm saying your 12 words, your 20 words can write your candidature there. You need to be very crisp. You need to talk about those positive things or negative things very quickly. That's it. You need not to always overrule what they were, other opponents or other fellow members are telling, right? In very positive gesture, nothing wrong. You put your hand. Otherwise, people they think if they will talk more, they will get selection. No, even in an online forum or anywhere you are in debate or something, you have to keep your point very crisp in very short form. That's it. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I'm getting question from Sana. While living, as you said, we may leave with a question to interviewer. So can we ask him about recommendation or certain tips of ourselves, or will it present us to low confidence? Yes, here I'll say no, definitely a tip and all are not going to help. Actually, what they are looking after, they are looking to hire you. You need to ask questions related to your, if you say, give me tips, right? So only you are getting from that side, after that you will go. Again, you are on exit path. Try to ask questions, they will involve you. You can say, sir, I have this, say for example, what I'll say, I have XYZ, I am very good at Python, and I this kind of programming, and definitely interview, I told these are the things. I believe, sir, as I understood from your website, you guys also doing a lot of work in, apart from Python also you're doing a lot of work, but I have this capability also. And this kind of small software I did in during my internship days. So what do you think, sir? Definitely we can add value on this. What about that growth? What is the market growth on this? Some time of that, indirectly you've shown your interest in that particular area. Same time you told your company also had that kind of thing which I have knowledge, and how you are going to recommend. So again, you're relating all these things. This kind of question where proper bonding, one-sided questions should not be there. They will give you, okay, you need to X, Y, Z thing, and you go out. Bound him. Try to make the chain. That's it. Hope I answered your question, Sana. Any other question, guys?
Hello, sir. Good evening. Aditya here again. And sir, like in the middle part, in the mid part, you have actually cleared this, but I just want to re-clear it again. Sir, like Neha said, in our colleges, mock interviews are done, and we are told to do certain things. So, sir, like supposedly, if I'm being asked a question and I do not know a question, so sir, is it a better choice? Is it a better choice to say something about the topic and dodging the question? Not that directly saying, no, sir, I do not know that, I cannot, I am not knowing the question, and can we please move on to the next question? Or rather than moving on to something which I know about that topic, rather than saying something about the answer. So is that going to help me?
Yes, definitely. It's not dodging the question. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. So be honest, I'll say again, that is the key. That is the key. You should not drag and all. That is definitely, if you don't know the answer, possible. I'm saying they are not expecting you 100 on 100. Because technical thing definitely will answer, or something even missed. Everyone know, no one is, capable of everything. Might be sometime even you work, that is not clicking. So other questions you will answer properly, that is also fine. Be honest there. That is the key.
Yes, sir.
So anyone, otherwise, you all have my numbers and all, so I'm reachable. Please WhatsApp me or message me, or any help you require, or any questions, particular question you have, I'll answer all that. Slowly, might be not immediately you will get, but definitely I'll respond back. If everything fine, I'll say thank you very much for listening me. I think it's more than 1 hour, 20 minutes. So appreciate your patience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Someone is writing, sorry, we don't have
Thank you. Thank you.
You will get, yeah, sorry, Chris.
We don't have your number. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
No. So, Saurav, Toastmaster Rupesh is available on all the Toastmaster WhatsApp groups. Plus, if you just do a LinkedIn search, he'll be on the top of your list. And Toastmaster Rupesh, if you would like to share your number on the chat, that would be great.
No worries.
In the meantime, I'd like to thank all the Toastmaster and students who have joined in for this webinar. It's been I know you guys have taken the time out. And on top of that, I'd like to thank Toastmaster Dr. Rupesh Singh for taking out the time to do this, especially on a working day. Yes, I know all the kids, all the students are wondering how come it's Sunday. Toastmaster Rupesh works on the Dubai time and Sunday is a working day. He still managed to take out time so that you guys are free when he's speaking and you're able to catch as much as possible from what he's saying. Also, as an experienced Toastmaster, Toastmaster Rupesh has been given all his speeches, has been something to do from which people can take back some of the messages. And this webinar has been a perfect example for that also. I would also like to thank Toastmaster Anirban for setting up this session, making sure the Zoom link was up and running, seamless transitions. He's recorded the session. I'll be sharing it soon on the YouTube channel with Dr. Rupesh's permission. Thank you, Toastmaster Anirban. And last but not the least, Toastmaster Mridula and my very own President's Distinguished Area Director, Toastmaster Varun Gandhi, who's been very supportive enough to make sure this project as a part of the Toastmasters pathways is accomplished, and we'll be able to evaluate this session offline with Dr. Rupesh. So thank you. All in all, this was a fabulous evening and time well spent. I'm sure it was for me, definitely, and I'm sure it was for the
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for your presence. And Chris, Mridula and Anirban, everyone, thank you very much. Hope to see you soon with the other speech, and hope once the lockdown over, we will be able to meet face to face. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rupesh, for sharing your insights and conducting such a wonderful session. I took back a lot of lessons and a lot of learning from this particular webinar. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the participants for actively listening and for actively for asking your queries to Dr. Rupesh and making it a very interactive session. And your thirst for knowledge and thirst to improve yourself and become a better version of yourself is what makes you stand apart. So thank you everyone for joining us, and hope to host you in our future sessions as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rupesh.
Thank you very much.